I never forget that night, God. That was the night where I was in all my joy and glee. And all of a sudden, the rain started to pour. I was in the kitchen. What I didn't expect that the roof would have left me. The wind come from there and take the whole roof from the south and push all three rooms back so out completely.
In the early hours of June 17th last year, Barbadians were awakened to a barrage of lightning strikes, high winds, and torrential rain. The event, described as a freak storm, resulted in hundreds of houses being damaged. 1 year later, we take a look at some of those who were affected and the recovery process.
On the June the 17th, it was a very stressful situation. I wouldn't say frightened because for the past times I live on this spot here, I've been through some weather. But the severest weather we had there the 17th, the lightning was so fast and the thunder was so quickly. And I did not really looking to find that it's going to be this serious because with the other storm truck Thomas, my roof get damaged to a certain part. But this one was very shocking to me and surprising how it comes down for me. Because I remember in the 4 in the morning, about 1:30 or so, I got up to went to the bathroom. Then eventually came back from the bathroom and just I lay down and just in split seconds, bram, I hear this big report. And I was in the second bedroom there and I hear this big report and I look and see the skies. And then I know the rain was coming in and I had to move from there and come in the front house. And all my things inside the bedroom were getting soaking wet. What? How to get the brake light, daylight break, and I get some things move out, TV, everything get wet and whatnot.
Now, I know the Prime Minister came along with a number of other officials and came and observe and get an assessment of the damage.
Yeah, she did been in my house and everything, and I'm very thankful for her, very much thankful for her. God bless her and grant her strength. She was good. And they came and they start in July, taking down the roof, got they completely do the change the roof, ceiling in the house were left, and roughly in August, late August, because when September come, nothing they doing no more. It was on a pause. And I was disturbed, very disturbed, but I couldn't get location, the carpenter that was really working, couldn't get contact, my contractor couldn't get contact with him. So eventually, New Year start, just a little before election in January, I make a situation again and I tried. They come, send different carpenter now, they do roughly about 4 days to do some work. And he didn't finish completely because still things more to do till up to now. But I going to help myself at this point now and get it started, right? What little bit to do. Hopefully I get carpenter. If I can do it myself, everything, carpenter and electrician. I need it now.
A bit more prepared than last year?
Well, I do not get into that prepared for. I don't go in the supermarket, nothing, so I buy nothing when I hear they can got it. Because it's getting me too down, crushed. I just say, well, wait, whatever happen, in God's name, I face the consequences. I don't prepare for nothing, so. But it has been done, the house has been prepared very good and strong because it got hurricane structures right away around, definitely.
I stood here, these were glass doors. The glass doors basically let go of their structure.
Grantley Treble of Zorisland St. John had to rush out of a house he was staying at to a nearby church for safety after the roof blew off. He recently left the island. However, caretaker of the property, Alfred Goddard, said government made repairs to the roof.
Yeah, they do what was they instructed, housing, get the roof back on, that the guy can live back in the house and stuff, because he couldn't stay in the house. The wind, all the partitions back there was blowing off with the sliding doors. Because when this happened, he ran from here the night, getting his vehicle was under here, and just take off and went up to St. John Parish Church till everything just blew over, till morning. Scared like anything. So then the people came, the Prime Minister came and toured the ministers and toured people from housing, people from MTW. MTW actually brought the material here. The sheets that you see there, all the new wood that is on there, right, as you can see. And he had actually like a sunroof that the sun could come in and stuff. The house is not sealed or anything inside there, right? The stuff is all, the roof is all open up and for air to pass and stuff like that through the top there, how he has it designed. It's a good house. We used to live here. I live here before.
You remember the night?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. That was kind of like frightening to know, but we didn't had no problem with it. Just water and wind. But hearing then that somebody said, "Oh, the house out here, the roof go off. Let's go." And we came over and looked because we live just over the hill there, which is all part of Zores. To see that this here happen, but tell yourself that something like this would happen because the house was not in no good condition. You didn't figure that this house would do it, or probably with ours because we did not get our roof fixed. And we make an extension for the little shop, little variety shop that we runs out there, Sarah's Variety. So, and as a retired person, not long they came home in 2019. So, my little retirement money, I try to invest it and do something, that you said that you won't come home and sit down.
You were scared?
Kinda. I don't really get scared that way because I born when I born as a Janet person. I born three days before Janet. So, I was scared that you just got this thing in me already, But to know that happened, it happened right here. And then there's another house down there in Martins Bay where some person was living in it and part of that roof blowing off also.
I can never forget that night, God. That was the night I was in all my joy and glee. And all of a sudden, the rain started to pour. I was in the kitchen. And I so knew it was the weather time and the thing was coming. But what I didn't expect that the roof would have left me. The wind come from there and take the whole roof from the south and push all 3 rooms back out completely. The front house, the middle house, and the kitchen. So everything went to the north. Well, I went outside and went under the cellar, as you would understand, my back's fairly high. But Sylvia above here, she called for me the same time and said, I tell you here. You come, I tell you you're all right. So she insisted I would come, and I went over there. And I spent the time there till the morning break open. But it was a disaster that I didn't looking for. But this house had been attacked by Thomas. And you see my condition. You don't know, but I walk with the cane. See two of there? One for getting another one coming in. And I was to get, what happened, it was a flat roof. And sometime after Thomas, the roof for the front drop in. And I can't get nobody $500, and that is where the house start to go. It is true that I stood my ground. The minister, Springer, Royal. Before 7 o'clock in the morning, he was here. I didn't. And he told me, don't worry, that he will see. The day in question, I was, because the rain was off and on, and I was there in her garage sitting down, me and Sylvia garage, and when the Prime Minister came, they said she can't miss them bishop, or anybody and then to talk. When she stepped up that little patch there by the driveway, when she stepped in, the first thing she said, "It is you? Well, I know you are scammist, I know you, but I said, Sylvester. She said, yes, I know you are Sylvester, but the chemist, then I would never believe it was you. So she and I had recourse, and she helped bear my balance from there. Then when we come around here, she saw she the real thing, because that whole side blew out, so I could see everything from there. On the side here, this outside was up. So the body, gave me all assurance and tell me, don't worry, she will see that soon get through and get somewhere back here. But I get the house back, I can shelter myself. I get as much as I can bear my own, and that is it.
Bishop, while grateful for the rebuild, says he's still awaiting the house to be furnished as promised, as he currently sleeps on a makeshift bed.
I hate to follow up people, and I hate to complain about people. I wouldn't even tell Rommel, no, I wouldn't tell Miss Montley that I ain't get through yet, because I don't believe that my house down furnished off and everything. And everybody tell me call. If I call, I feel like I make somebody miserable. So I haven't called yet, nobody and come. to furnish up this year now. This is the only thing. But I thank God for how far I get and what I get.
Government says it's making progress in repairing and rebuilding houses affected last year, with Minister of Housing Dwight Sutherland reporting in the House of Assembly in March that over 50% of repairs have been completed and is pushing to have the entire process completed by the end of this month.